Screen for a competitive price. Not all Galaxy FEs are the same. There's a 5G capable version which uses a Snapdragon 865. Ours is the 5G model, and it has this smooth cloud navy finish. Overall, it looks elegant, though you will notice that the back is made of plastic here, not premium Gorilla Glass. The frame is aluminum though. And you still get full IP68 water and dust resistance you'd expect from a high-end Samsung phone. On the front is a flat 6.5-inch Super AMOLED display with a small punch hole for the selfie cam. The resolution is a bit lower than the regular S20 at 1080p, but it still brings that fast 120Hz refresh rate. Despite its small size compared to the other S20 variants, this S20 doesn't disappoint. It brings the premium features you expect from a Samsung flagship in a more compact package. Well, relatively. It's about the same size as last year's Note 10. It does have a few differences from the others. There's a different camera setup, a smaller battery, and the S20 doesn't bring full 5G capability, though depending on your needs, you might not miss these very much. This brought back the design of the iPhone 8. But the 12 mini is even tinier than that, with more modern features. You get pretty much the same level of quality as the iPhone 12, just in a more compact form factor. The device is built of glass with a flat, matte aluminum frame, and it really does feel small and light in the hand, weighing in at just 135 grams. Don't be fooled by that though, it's quite durable. The glossy back is covered by Gorilla Glass 6, and the screen has a new shatter and scratch resistant ceramic shield glass. And the iPhone 12 mini has IP68 rated water resistance up to a depth of 6 meters. Has an improved camera setup. It's also one of the most expensive phones you can buy these days. The Pro Max is made of frosted Gorilla Glass 6 on the back. And just like the other iPhone 12 models, it has a solid ceramic shield glass protecting the display that's scratch and shatter resistant. And of course, the whole device is IP68 rated for water resistance too, up to 6 meters underwater. A stainless steel frame holds everything together, and it has a glossy finish that doesn't provide a whole lot of grip. That plus the phone's size and heft make it not really ideal for one-handed use. This screen is larger than last year's Pro Max. It's a 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR OLED with a pixel density of 458 ppi. It still brings a standard 60Hz refresh rate though. And up at the top is again a wide notch cutout for the selfie cam and 3D scanner. While it is a bit of an eyesore, it's not quite as offensive on this larger screen as it is on the smaller iPhones. This display is a really nice one regardless. Blacks are quite deep thanks to OLED technology, and color accuracy is excellent. You get true tone automatic white balance adjustments based on ambient lighting, and maximum brightness is really good. We measured 822 nits. Using the Pro Max outdoors in the sun is a breeze. For audio, the iPhone 12 Pro Max has a pair of stereo speakers, a hybrid setup with one speaker at the bottom and the earpiece acting as the second one. Just like the iPhone 12 Pro, the 12 Pro Max scored a very good mark in our loudness test. But the audio quality here is the best of this year's iPhones. It has the deepest bass and the richest midtones, and the high notes are well presented too. This year's iPhones don't use a fingerprint scanner for biometrics, but instead use Face ID recognition to wake up and unlock the phone. It's super fast, reliable, and secure, but your face has to be visible to the camera and 3D scanner for it to work, so no face masks. For storage, the iPhone 12 Pro Max has either 128, 256, or 512 gigs on board, which should be plenty. It's not expandable though. All of the new iPhones come with the latest version of iOS 14, which is also rolled out to older iPhones as well. One of the most notable features you'll find on iOS 14 is that the home screen supports widgets now, which you can stack to save space. And like Android's app drawer, iOS has an app library. When you install your apps, they'll be found here. and they're automatically sorted into categories. Picture-in-picture mode lets you minimize the supported app into a floating window, so you can multitask while keeping an eye on a video you're watching, for example. And you can assign functions to a couple of new shortcuts, which you'll access by double or triple tapping on the back of the phone. Quite handy. One of the major upgrades you'll find in the new iPhones is the new chipset, Apple's A14 Bionic, which is built on a 5nm process. In benchmarks, the iPhone 12 Pro Max beats last year's model quite handily, scoring about 20% higher in CPU tests.
This year, which is much more subtle than Notes in the past. The color has a gentle-looking matte finish on the back, and it doesn't pick up fingerprints very easily. Turn the phone around and you'll see a massive screen, extremely thin bezels, and a very small centered hole punch at the top of the phone. Unfortunately, you'll find the same ultrasonic fingerprint reader as before, which is far from being the fastest under-display fingerprint reader on the market. Another new aesthetic touch is the bronze rings around the cameras on the back. They make the triple camera setup pop nicely, and it looks more elegant than the S20 Ultras. Actually, on that note, the entire camera setup sticks out noticeably, and if you're prone to drawing on a flat surface, you'll notice the phone wobbles quite a bit, so you might want to use a case for it. That said, the phone has Gorilla Glass 7, aka Victus, on the front and back. Victus scratches as easily as any other glass, though hopefully the scratches are less prominent. Of course, you can count on IP68 dust and water resistance here too. The large 6.9-inch screen makes it the biggest Note to date. It's a dynamic AMOLED 2X panel, which means you have the option of a QHD resolution with a regular 60Hz refresh rate, or a Full HD resolution with a 120Hz.